Hey there, Trophy Hunters. Terminator here from the Platinum Trophy, bringing you a Platinum Trophy guide and roadmap for Butter and Friends Babysitter Sim. This is a game that came out this week on the US store. It's currently $2.99, so it's a super cheap and super easy Platinum. It should take you less than 2 hours. I would like to say 1 hour, but there are a couple of annoying trophies in here as well. So let's have a quick look at the trophies. I'll take you through the full guide and walk through. Basically, the game, as you can see here playing on the screen, you have to control these hands, and you have to pick up the babies or the food and maneuver them over the different obstacles. So cats come by, people come by, balloons, balls, eagle comes in, picks up the baby, and basically what you have to do is stop it from being taken from one side of the screen, so keeping it in the middle of the screen for a certain amount of time. It sounds pretty simple and straightforward, but it can get frustrating when the game throws heaps and heaps of things at you to try and move the characters off the screen. They kind of have the same animation, they don't move the entire time. Basically what you're seeing now is exactly what you get. It's a pretty basic game. The trophies, on the other hand, are very, very simple, so let's have a quick look at the trophy list. So we've got 12 trophies, one of them's a platinum and 11 gold, so a really gold-heavy list. Unlock all babies. So basically, in this one here, all you have to do is play a single round with each of the babies, and you'll unlock the next baby. So play the first round as the butter, and then you unlock the next baby that comes after the butter, play a round as him, and you unlock the next one, etc., etc., until you've unlocked all the babies. This shouldn't take you too long to do. This should probably only take you about 15 minutes, if that. Successfully babysit 4 babies in one sitting. Now this is probably one of the hardest trophies in the game. Now I found that this was easier by playing co-op with my girlfriend. That means there's 2 people with 2 hands controlling the babies. Now generally it's not too bad. If one of the creatures or the things comes along and grabs your babies, all you do is slap them a few times and they'll drop it. The thing that I found challenging was the balloons, because the Butter and Friends seem to chase the balloons across the screen, whether they go left or right, all the way out the door. So you've got to constantly be corralling them, and when there's 4 of them to corral, it does become pretty challenging. So having 2 people in there makes this a lot easier. So that would be my suggestion for that one. On saying that, this is an incredibly frustrating trophy. Make sure you play it on easy difficulty as well, just to make it a little bit easier for yourself. Successfully babysit with 4 sitters. So this is basically for playing 4-player co-op. Now this could be frustrating if you needed 4 controllers, but there is a bit of a workaround. So all you need to do is just use one controller and then keep signing in as a guest with the same controller. And so basically you've got your first account set up. Hold down the PlayStation Home button, go to Switch Users, go to New User, sign in as guest, and then press the Butter and Friends icon, and it will pop up a second player is online, and continue to do that 2 more times, so for 3 total times, and then you'll have 4 players. Then go back to your original account that you started the game on, and play around like that, and you'll get this trophy for playing 4-player co-op with just one controller. Make sure you play it on easy, and the only challenge with co-op is the screen doesn't move to the far left or right if the other icons haven't moved with it. So just try and keep the babies sort of in the middle of the screen. Can't touch this. Again, this is probably another one of the most annoying trophies in the game, if not the most annoying trophy in the game. So successfully babysit without the baby ever having gotten grabbed by an abductor. So basically this means that you can't let anything touch the baby for an entire round. It sounds pretty straightforward, but it becomes immensely frustrating when the game throws multiple things at you simultaneously, similar to the one above. This is the one I had the most trouble with. I ended up getting it by playing co-op again, and just making sure you're constantly picking up the baby, and then your co-op partner picks up the baby as well. For any of the things like the eagle and the UFO, you've got to make sure you go above them, like way up to the very top of the roof. Everything else you can dodge pretty easily. The challenge again becomes when the game throws 4 different enemies at you simultaneously, and you have to dodge them all. The efficient sitter. Successfully babysit without ever having exhausted your hand. This is pretty simple. Your hand has an exhaustion meter, so basically you can only hold the baby for about 5 seconds before your hand has to drop it, and then you have to recharge. Just make sure that you never get to that point, so make sure you're only grabbing it for a few seconds at a time, and you won't have a problem with this trophy. It was pretty easy. The proficient sitter. Successfully babysit without ever having to retry. You'll get this one without even trying. This is just for finishing a round without losing a round prior to completing one. So if you start a new round and finish it, you'll get this trophy. If you start a new round and fail and then retry, then you won't get this trophy. But it's pretty easy. Successfully babysit for the first time. This is just for finishing for your first game. Successfully babysit on hard difficulty for the first time. Hard difficulty is not that much harder. The enemies just seem to run a lot faster when they grab your baby, so that's the only thing to watch out for there. Have a baby return home after being dropped by an abductor just outside the doorway. So this one here, what you need to do is let one of the abductors, so say one of the cats, grab your baby and go all the way out the door. Make sure you've hit them a few times, and then as soon as they're at the door, just spam the hit button so that they drop the baby just outside the threshold of the door, and you'll get this trophy. You'll probably get this one on accident as well. Successfully babysit while having the baby grabbed by every type of abductor. And again, you'll probably get this one by accident too, but just let every different type of abductor grab the baby in a single round and you'll get this trophy. I don't think there's too many types. There's inanimate objects, there's balls and balloons, then animals, there's an eagle and a cat, and I think then there's a UFO and a burglar as well. I think that's all the different types off the top of my head. The last trophy is for successfully babysitting Bread on hard difficulty. Bread is the last baby that you unlock. So once you've unlocked all the other babies, Bread will unlock, and then you have to play on hard difficulty. I found that this one was a little bit annoying as well, just because Bread is really hard to pick up and he runs really fast. So I played co-op on this one as well, and we managed to do this one pretty easily with co-op. So yeah, basically my tips for this one are, for those more annoying trophies, make sure you have a friend and play some split screen co-op with them, and it will make these trophies a lot easier, significantly easier I should say. If you don't have a friend, they are still doable. There is a lot of people online talking about how they've been able to achieve them, so don't think it's impossible, but it definitely makes it a lot easier. I guess remote play could be an option as well for people connecting in, so that could be something to consider. But yeah, that's Butter and Friends Babysitter Sim. I mean, like I said, it should be about an hour platinum, apart from those 2 or 3 annoying trophies, which probably bump it up to 2 hours. There is a bit of luck involved, obviously, as well, depending on what the game sort of throws at you. If it's throwing lots of really difficult and annoying enemies at you simultaneously, it becomes really frustrating. You might just get a lucky run, and then you'll get the trophies without too much trouble. So, you know, there's always that to consider as well. This one frustrated me a heck of a lot, but it was a really easy platinum, and it had 11 golds, which is that's pretty good for a list. I mean, this is definitely on the top 10 easiest platinum trophies of 2017 list as well, just because of how quick and easy it is. But that's all from me, guys. I think that covers off everything in the game. Let me know in the comments below if this was helpful at all, and if you have any other questions about the game, I'm more than happy to answer them. Good luck with your platinum trophies. Hopefully it doesn't take you too long, and you don't have to spend too much time with this frustrating game. Anyway, till next time, Terminator out. Thanks for watching the video, guys. To keep up with me, you can follow me on Twitter @Terminator. And if you enjoyed this video, why not give it a thumbs up and check out some of the other great trophy hunting videos on the channel. Until next time, Terminator out.